So I was trying to think of a video topic that I would be somewhat enthusiastic about in order to show off a certain part of my collection. And so I want to do a figure collection video, but because I have so many figures, and my camera on my phone is really not that amazing, I decided to save that until I got a better phone or maybe just an actual camera. So instead I decided to do something a little different. And I decided that I would show off a different part of my collection that I don't have a lot of, but, somebody will appreciate. So I have a small tokusatsu collection. If you don't know what that is, well, okay, that's a lie. It's not really a huge tokusatsu, it's not really even a tokusatsu collection, because my collection is primarily from, Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. Because those are the main two, things in the tokusatsu genre that I watch. And if you want to start getting into Kamen Rider or Super Sentai, I say if you watch Gokaiger if you want to get into Super Sentai, and watch Kamen Rider W if you want to get into Kamen Riders. Those are the two series I would recommend as being gateway series, because I'm pretty sure that's what it was for me, and I've loved it ever since. So I need to get up real fast to show you what I mean by my collection. So I have a couple big things, but a few smaller things. I only have a few things of the Super Sentai variety, because mostly what you can buy of them are going to be morphers, and I don't really care for most of the morphers in Super Sentai. But the one thing I did enjoy was in Gokaiger. They have the Gokai Cellular, I think they're called, or no, the Mobirates. They're called Mobirates, and you can use that to transform into any previous Sentai series using Ranger keys. And I have several Ranger keys. Here you can see I have Gokai Green's Ranger key, and I have Geki Red's Ranger key from Geki Ranger. Back there, I didn't bring them, but I also have all of the Go-Ongers, or, I don't know what the American equivalent to Go-Onger would be, I forget. But it's the one with the race cars. And the villains are polluting the world. It's whatever that equivalent is. That I have all of those except for the special Go on Wings Rangers. Then from a little older Sentai series called Kamen Rider series called Kamen Rider Wizard, I have Wizard or Haruto's Flame Dragon Ring, and I have his Garuda Familiar. I bought his Garuda Familiar at a Setsucon one year. So I have his Garuda Familiar, which the ring came with the Familiar. So if you want the ring, you might honestly just buy the Familiar, because, I don't know, it's pretty cute, I think. And then from the same series, but a different character, from what was his name? Beast? Kamen Rider Beast? I have his Falco ring, which I love. I liked his character more. Then I have, from a more recent Kamen Rider, I have Mad Doctor. I have Mad Doctor from Kamen Rider Drive, and I actually didn't purchase this myself. My friend went to Japan and got this from a gachapon, and was like, Harley likes Kamen Rider, so he gave it to me. I don't have the drive or anything, but I have, from my two favorite Kamen Rider series, one of them, I have the belt for Kamen Rider W. Sorry, the thing's a little in the way. I have a belt from Kamen Rider W. I think this was the second release version of it, because I got it pretty cheap for $80-something. And it came with, I'm only showing two here, but it came with all 6 of the main Riders' Gaia memories. So Cyclone, Joker, Luna, Trigger, and Metal Heat came with all of those. I personally bought at a different date Fang and a special Kiva movie one, I think, but this works. So they have a gold here and silver here, and so you place it this is gold. You might not be able to. This is gold, so you place it in the gold, and you place this one into silver, and then you split it. And then there's a little thing right here. And you take one out, and you put it here to do the special moves. Press the button. And then he does his finishing move. And it works for almost all of them. It works for almost all of them. Except for, like, Luna. No, except for Trigger, I think. Because in Kamen Rider, the Trigger guy memory comes with, like, a gun. I know metal also comes with, like, a rod, but I don't remember if you... I don't think you insert metal in the rod. So... I don't think that's big of a deal, but for Trigger, you insert the Trigger Gaia memory into the gun. So the only way you can, use the Trigger maximum drive is if you insert it in the gun. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to, like, fix this so I can put it back later. Because it's like 12 at night, and I decided to do this at, like, the worst time. Because I should be in bed, but I just want to do this. And then lastly, it is a very small collection, but lastly, what I got at Otakon just recently, for like, okay, it was $100, but let me tell you, it's actually, from what I looked up online, fairly well priced for what I got. I got the Kamen Rider Gaim belt. Now, don't be fooled by the fact that there's a giant knife over here, okay? Don't be fooled by that. So I'm going to turn this off first, because it makes noise when you turn it on. If you know what the series is, when I bought this belt, it came with this. It came with an orange lock seed, a banana lock seed, and an equipable side. So it came with this, and it came with this one. And if you know the series, you know that each character can only use the Sengoku driver that they first put on, because it, like, not links with them, but can only be used by them. So this lets me use Kota's. Wait, it's upside down. This lets me use Kota's, and this lets me use Kaito's. And as you know, they play different themes and such. So when you turn on the Sengoku drive, because they all have on buttons, so that way you don't run the battery. So you turn it on. And then, let me make sure banana's on. So then, you have to make sure banana's like this. And you insert it like this. Like that. Then you go. And then depending, each lock seed has like 3 different attacks. There's squash, aude, and sparking. And so depending on if you do it once, twice, or 3 times, you'll get a different one. Because it's different for each character. So then you can like turn it up and take it out, and it's like that. But, oh, come on. But so, you can also switch this. So if you take this part off, and then you could put one of this part in. So now it's Kota's. So now if you use this one, put it, oh wait, I gotta turn it on. Put this one in. And then it's essentially the same thing where they have 3 different attacks or whatever, which is pretty cool. And the reason, people who don't watch series might not know this, but there's actually another belt. There's the upgraded version of the belt, the Sengoku driver, not Sengoku driver, the Genesis belt, I think it's called. And the reason why I didn't want that one is because the Genesis belt has significantly less options to it. There's only the like upgraded lock seeds that really can be used with it. But with the belt that I just showed you, there's all of Kota's with banana, pineapple, orange, with all of Kaito's with like mango and banana. Oh, I meant strawberry before, mango and banana. And then, there's a and then there are also just several other characters that use this belt like that have like acorn, pine cone, grape. They're like the mixes from the series, so I felt like it was a generally a better investment to get this one because I can get so many different like versions of this, but I won't have to buy a whole nother belt, You wouldn't have to do it for Genesis Driver either, but I feel like there's just more options with this. But, eventually maybe I'd like to get the Genesis Driver, considering Kamen Rider W and Kamen Rider Gaim are my two favorite Kamen Riders. Although O's might be a close third, might be in third place, I'm not sure. I would love to get the Kiva belt, but I hear that's pretty expensive. So maybe I'll look for O's. I know like 2 or 3 people that just have the O's belt, so the O's belt cannot be that expensive. So maybe I'll be able to add that. Maybe I'll be able to add that to my collection sometime soon. I don't know. I know it's not a very big collection, but I hope to grow it in the future. But some of the tokusatsu stuff can be pretty expensive, so I usually try and buy only like 1 or 2 things every now and again because I don't got the money to be dropping on these belts, yo. But I try. I have a couple of figurines too. I have 2, I think they're Kabuto figurines in the back, but I have this really good Kamen Rider Dry figurine that I got at Otakon last year, and then I have a little Forze. And I think there are 2 other ones back there from a series that I've only seen once or twice, so, whatever. I'll bring them out later. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching the video. It was kind of stupid, just like a thing I wanted to do, but let me know what Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Tokusatsu stuff you have in your collection if you have any, and I guess I'll see you later. Bye!